welcome to drawingandpaintingforeveryone.com. Today I'm going to show you how to avoid a common drawing mistake. But before I can show you that, I need to show you this. If I look at the mouth of this coffee mug, I see a line. If I rotate the coffee mug toward you, I start to see a circle. Every shape between that line and that circle is called an ellipse. There are two shapes students often confuse with an ellipse. The top shape is an oval, and the bottom shape has points at both ends. An ellipse gradually tapers towards its ends. It neither has a straight line nor points. This image shows the shape of an ellipse as it changes from a line to a circle. Okay, let's say I want to draw that coffee mug I was just holding. I can easily see the ellipse at the mouth of the coffee mug, so I'll start there. When I draw an ellipse, I try to let my arm rather than my fingers do most of the work. Okay, that seems reasonable. Now I'll draw the sides of the coffee cup. And finally, I'll copy that first ellipse down here. That may seem like a good start for my coffee mug, but it's wrong. Here's what's going on. Look at the ellipse at the mouth of this wine glass. It's a line. Now look at the ellipse at the base. I don't have the same ellipse at the mouth and at the base. These two ellipses are at different levels, so I see them differently. They're on the same glass, but they're presented to my eye at different levels. The mouth of the wine glass is at my eye level, so I see it as a line, but I have to look down slightly to see the base of the wine glass. And since that is not at my eye level, I see it as an ellipse. As I move the wine glass down, I can see both the mouth and the base as ellipses. Still, the mouth is more narrow because it's closer to my eye level than the base. I'm looking at this wine glass at roughly the same level I was looking at the coffee mug. But because the coffee mug was opaque, it was difficult to see what was going on with this bottom ellipse. I don't draw them the same. Rather than draw the coffee mug again, I'm going to draw this vase. This time I'm going to start differently though. I'm going to draw a center line down the imaginary center of this vase. Before I start drawing my vase, I need to give you a little more information about ellipses. An ellipse has two axes of symmetry. This is called the minor axis of symmetry, and it goes through the narrowest part of the ellipse that includes the center. There is a second axis of symmetry that connects the widest points on the ellipse and passes through the center. This axis is called the major axis of symmetry. I'm going to draw 4 ellipses down the center line that I drew a moment ago. One at the top, one at the neck, one at the belly, and one at the base. As I draw each ellipse, I'll align the minor axis of symmetry with my center line. I'll also pay attention to the openness or roundness of these ellipses as I draw them down the vase. I can clearly see the shape of the top ellipse on my vase, so I'll start there. I like to give myself small guide marks. The guides roughly show me the top, bottom, and sides of my ellipse. Again, I like to let my arm rather than my fingers do most of the work as I draw these ellipses. There are several ellipses at the mouth of this vase, and I'll take a moment and draw them all. These ellipses are roughly at the same eye level, so I'll draw them with the same basic elliptical shape. Now I'm going to draw the ellipse at the neck. I'll make it a little rounder than the ellipses at the mouth of the vase. This ellipse at the belly of the vase will completely be erased. It's simply a guide to help me visualize the shape of the vase. Finally, I'll draw this bottom ellipse. There are actually two ellipses down here. Finally, I'll connect my ellipses with a line that represents the contour of this vase. Now I'll erase some of these construction lines. A little more cleanup, and that's my drawing. To quickly review, I started with the center line. I increased the roundness of each ellipse as I drew them down the vase. In addition, I aligned the minor axis of symmetry with the center line. The major and minor axis of symmetry may not seem that helpful on this vase, but they will eventually be important when we look at objects oriented at different angles. Thanks. I hope this tutorial will help you avoid making that common drawing mistake.